Rye Guy and Bourbon Man with Threepourdecisions. We're here in Richmond, Indiana at Papa Joe's Payless Liquors. We're gonna go inside and see what bottles we can find. I heard this is the place with all the picks you can possibly want and more.
We're gonna plan on hitting all the Papa Joe's here around in Richmond, Indiana. I believe there's 6 of them. And we're gonna try to wrap them all in one great video for y'all. So we're gonna get inside. We're gonna see what they have. We're gonna show you what they got along with pricing. We're gonna make sure you see the pricing. And then of course, make sure you guys see their picks as well. I will say that Papa Joe's is amazing. They got a lot of stuff here. Well, for starters, right inside the door, they got some discontinued items, last chance. There's actually some good things on here, like the Old Soul High Rye, 30% off for $50. And then, of course, there's some other things that may get outside of like whiskey and bourbon. Then we they got some Whiskey War. This is the ILG Barrel Select, $124.99. I know one that's really standing out to us is another barrel pick, the Spirits of French Lick, the Morning Glory. This is coming in 104.2 proof, $49.99. And a bunch of the looks like the Hugh Hamers, the old Hamers, 8-year $99. You know, it looks like these are all picks as well. More Hugh Hamers at the bottom. Even one of them's at 30% off.
This cherry brandy sounds pretty interesting.
We got the port wine finished cast strength.
Then we got some Heaven's Door. Again, this is a pick, cast strength, 127 proof, $79.99. That right there is probably a rock solid bottle. Some Hotel Tango, Jefferson's Reserve, Town Branch, Chicken Cock. This is a reserve cask, 8 years, $134.99. And then Backbone Bourbon, another one that's really standing out to us. We've heard a lot of great things about this. 119.8 proof, 6 years, and this is actually finished in an Armagnac.
And then a 9-year light whiskey.
And then
Finished in an Imperial Stout barrel.
and we're going to go over here. We're going to check out their Starlights and their Starlight picks. They have a ton of Starlights to offer. I mean, all the way from a cigar batch, but they don't have just one cigar batch pick, which, by the way, this is the Indiana Liquor Group pick, but they have another cigar batch pick that's at even a different proof. So this one's coming in at 114.1, finished in Aberana, rum barrels, and then the first one we showed was 113.3. These are coming in at $79.99. But if you notice, every one of these are picks. And they actually have more Starlights throughout the store here that we're going to show you as well. I will absolutely be picking up a couple of these today. If anybody watching this knows anything about these, is there some picks in here that are absolutely a buy that you don't want to pass on? Just let us know. Different series of Monk's Road, single barrels. We got a Weeded, $49.99, 4-year, 94 proof. And then the Rattle and Snap. Like, I'd like someone to let us know too what's up with this Rattle and Snap. I've been seeing it around quite a bit, but I also see it marked down at a lot of places. Then at Monk's Road even has a barrel finished gin, $29.99. And what is that finished in? So a finished gin, barrel finished gin finished in bourbon barrels. So it does have a little bit of color to it. I wonder how long they let that finish.
It does look rather light. But I'm assuming that's because it was a used bourbon barrel.
Right, yeah, I would guess so as well. And then good New Riff selection. They got their 8-year, their single barrel. And again, these are picks as well. You got the 6-year malted rye. And then their 100 proof straight bourbon for $39.99. To me, that's some great prices right there.
As you can see, they have quite a bit of barrel slicks.
Yeah, we got Rare Saints. I haven't really heard of Rare Saints. Tanner, you ever heard of Rare Saints?
Just a little bit, but I don't really know much about them, to be honest.
$49.99, $59.99, and then a $79.99 for their 6-year, 123 proof.
Definitely some cool bottles.
That's the weeded, and then in our high rye. But this high rye is good. 100 proof, 5-year.
We did 6-year, 123.7.
Now I have this
Old Soul.
I have a very similar Old Soul as this. Actually, I want to say the proofing's coming in right about the same too. This is 120.6. Mine's actually the Bruzel pick, but this is a Papa Joe's pick, $74.99. Decent price.
As you can see, there's only 2 left, so it must be good.
Yeah, it must be good, or it's been around for a long time. One of the two, but I think I paid less than that for the Old Soul Bruzel pick I got. The Matty Gladden Corn Rye Malt Barrel Series. Again, these are all picks. That's like coming in at 99.4 proof. That's another brand that I really haven't heard of. I'm not that familiar with the Matty Gladden. This is another Spirits of French Lick. So if anybody's familiar with that, let us know.
So it's not an MGP brand. This is their own distillate.
This is High Rye Indiana Straight Bourbon Whiskey, $52.99. Not a bad price. I really like the label on this. Double pot distilled and bottled by Spirits of French Lick. So, nope, this is their own distillate. So Spirits of French Lick, let us know if you're familiar with the Spirits of French Lick. Is it a quality distillery? Do they produce good juice? More Spirits of French Lick. This is Charles E. Ballard, chocolate malt and corn barrel series. Now this really excites me, just based on the chocolate malt, but 103 proof, and guys, look, this is quite light in color, especially for a 4-year at 103. So I'm a little skeptical on trying it, even though it is a chocolate malt. Is it worth trying? Anybody ever tried that? Now this is coming at $49.99. Again, 4-year at 103 proof. Hard Truth. Now this is a brand that I've yet to try. I will definitely be picking up a bottle or two of this today. First time I've ever seen this out in the wild, this Maple Brûlée Rye, single barrel rye whiskey at cask strength. Looks like the batch size was 1 barrel, of course, and 50 or 101.1 proof. So it's kind of a lower cask strength, but I've seen others do experimental finishes and experimental proofs where they'll go in and they'll barrel at like 96 proof or something like that. So their barrel proof comes out at right around 96. Does help to develop a lot of flavor, in my opinion. A good selection on Hard Truth, ranging from $62.99, actually $55.99, $62.99, $99.99. I'm going to assume that this Maple Brûlée Rye is probably right around this, probably the $100 mark as well. But last bottle they got of it, that will be going home with us today. We got some Yellowstone. This is Yellowstone picks. Got some Old Elk picks. And this is their straight bourbon, coming at 110.9 proof. That is $59.99 on our Old Elk picks. You got Ezra Brooks cask strength picks. That's coming at $49.99. 126 proof bottles, by the way, though. So nice high proof.
Good proof point.
Yeah. And then here's the more Ezra Brooks, their stave finish collection, single barrel picks as well. Part of their stave finish collection. Looks like 110 proof, $84.99. So that's a little pricey for that bottle. Is it worth it? That I don't know. Gosh, even Stranahan's produces some good juice, and they got a cask strength pick here. We have several Stranahan's already, none any picks though, but we do have this single barrel bottle, $49.99. That is a good price. It's a good price for that bottle. Jefferson's Reserve. This is even a pick as well. Papa Joe's Payless Liquors pick.
100 proof.
100 proof of their single barrel. It looks like it's coming at $69.99. That to me, I'm not sure that I would venture out to that for $70. Another old Hamer sitting over here. This one's got a nice long little story written with it. Just for starters, 119 proof, $69.99. Finished in cab barrels, candied raisin, vanilla and grape. Sun on the nose proceeds buttery vanilla cream on the palate. Robust cab lingers before slowly fading with a touch of oak to round out the finish.
That's pretty good.
So
It's got some nice color to it, too.
$69.99. They got a few cases here left. Nulu picks. I know a lot of people love Nulu. $89.99. This is just their straight bourbon. Another Nulu. $79.99. 117 proof. Straight bourbon whiskey again. Rebel pick. 2 bottles left of this Rebel pick, this cask.
Can never go wrong with Rebel.
Right. Old Scout pick. $54.99. 6-year. 115.8. And then, there's a Rebel stave finish. So,
And why is this one 50 and the other one's 85?
right. So what makes that Ezra Brooks stave finish so much better than this Rebel stave finish?
I've always had better experiences with Rebel anyway, so yeah. It kind of confuses me a little bit.
Right. So your guess is like this is probably a better bottle than Ezra
Definitely.
Brooks.
I think this was probably like a closeout sale. Why
And then-
that one's marked down so much.
Anarchy is a sherry cask finish for $39.99. Wow, that's not a bad price. A few Whistle Pigs, even a 12-year. They got the old World Rye now.
Don't forget to check out our Super Troopers video where we tried all these Whistle Pigs, the 6-year bourbon and the 6-year rye. You heard anything about this Maysville Club?
I have not. Straight rye malt whiskey, $29.99 at 100 proof. I mean, it's bottled in bond, so it's more hard truth. Fortune's full. 3-year, $64.99 for a 3-year product. Coming in, it's like 109 proof. Yeah, high road rye. At $39.99. I mean, that's a good price for that hard truth rye. Let's see. Waddy Boone, too. I've been seeing decent stuff about Waddy Boone. So that's 8-year at $100. I haven't gotten to ever try any Waddy Boone. Does anybody know anything about that? Let us know. And we got a few more Starlights out here. We got a bottled in bond Starlight. Honestly, I didn't even know they had a bottled in bond.
$50, not bad.
$50.
The Sinclair, I think that's the bottle I was referring to. That's similar to Weller Antique and Weller Full Proof, if we're lucky enough to find a pick.
Here's a couple more Backbone bourbons as well. Prime blended.
This uncut is interesting to me. That's another MGP, NDP.
Yeah, for $35.99 for 104 proof.
Right, that's not bad.
And Moondrops. Never heard of Moondrops. It's 7-year for $55. It's 100 proof. And then they got a double oaked 100 proof at $76.99. I'm curious about the 7-year.
Double oak. That interests me.
Right, but the $77 price is kind of throwing me off a little bit.
Right.
Unless, they don't put the age statement on the front of that one, though. So is that also 7-year?
Right.
Or is it less, and that's why they're not listing it? I mean, if that's 7-year double oak, $77, I think that would be a
60% corn, 36 rye, 4% malted barley. That's my type of mash bill. And yes, it is MGP.
MGP, yeah. And then Traveler's Point, that's a new one. I've never heard of that. There's a barrel proof Traveler's Point, 112. Batch number 2 at $60.
Yeah, I would be interested in picking up the Moondrops, but the double oak is also 100 proof.
They got a handful of the Penelopes. Nothing really special. I mean, they do have the rosé and then the barrel strength.
We are looking for that creme brulee.
Get a hold of another Valencia would be nice as well.
And they got that double rye. Many people like that.
Here's a 10-year Heaven's Door, $100. 3 Floyds. So I know 3 Floyds, what they put out beer, correct? Like
They do.
yeah. So the bubblegum head and the Blood Forge.
$50.
Hidden Barn. So I've passed by that place so many times. Anybody driving down the highway heading toward Frankfurt or Louisville has passed the signs for Hidden Barn Distillery. I've never tried any of their stuff. If anybody has, let us know what you think of it. Wow, a whole bunch of Fruitgate at a pretty high price too. Look at all these Fruitgates they got.
Yeah, I've not had any
$200.
experience with 4-gate purely because of the price.
But,
I know they got some good reviews, but I can't justify those prices.
they got a Copper and King. And shown over 14-year, or that maple smoked, applewood smoked, single barrel, very rare cash strength. And those are all running at $250. Wow.
Yeah,
And
$250.
I've been thinking of trying one of these Chattanooga whiskeys.
There's Nash Tuckies.
Yeah, I've seen those, and I've also been contemplating trying like this 111 proof cask Chattanooga whiskey just to see if it's like any good. And I've never seen this one actually before. Founders 12th anniversary blend, 100 proof, $85. Not sure if it's quite worth it. And then wow, they even have Crown Royal Salted Caramel. I know a lot of people will try to find that, and that's like a seasonal item. They have it, and it's even out of season.
That's up your alley.
Right.
Not up ours.
Let's check out some of these JDs. So, JD Barrel Proof Rye. It's not the Coy Hill Barrel House, but still a decent product. And then, look what they got, Tanner.
Knob Creek 12.
Knob Creek 12-year, $66.99.
They had the Knob Creek 18 at $200. Out of stock. The smoked maple, if anyone likes that. Knob Creek 7-year.
Old St. Nick.
There we go.
30% off this Old St. Nick. You can get it for it's like 30% off the $199. Ancient cask 8-year. I've never had any of the very old St. Nick's either.
That's out of the Preservation Distillery. They recently did a very rare cask, which apparently was a Stitzel Weller at, I believe it was like 14 to 18 year, somewhere around that age statement.
82.8 proof. Wow.
That's pretty low for $200.
Wow. Yeah, so I think I would pass on that.
This one's 118.
Yeah, that one is. And then this one's coming at 101.5. Winter Maple Whiskey.
Huh. Wow, is that a finished? Natural flavor. Now, do they use real maple syrup?
Whiskey with natural flavor. I mean, they don't really put a whole lot of details
They
on
just
this.
added the flavor into it.
There's a good possibility that they did that. And I bet it tastes good.
10.
Right? Oh, wow, they're out of the Kentucky Spirit. If they had the Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit, I'd probably pick one of those up. I don't see any of the Wild Turkey 8 years.
We are looking for more of the Bullet 12-year rise. They do have the bottled in bond for $60. Sold out, back ordered on the small batch Michter's bourbon. A Responders bourbon for $70.
An Old Ezra 7. It's like Old Ezra 7, $59.99. And a few of the Middle West.
Oh, they got some Hoot and Young, the Petite Syrah and the Zinfandel.
Oh, their wine blend, their wine cask products. I've never seen them out in a while, but what surprises me is they don't have the regular Hoot and Young.
Yeah, what is it, a 12 and a 15?
Yeah, right. And then Hoot and Young actually just dropped their first ever bourbon, 4th of July.
Schmallow.
Yeah, I've tried this one. Just pass by that one. That is not good whatsoever. I bet, and if you probably put that in some hot chocolate or even some coffee, it'd probably be pretty good.
We got some Middle West. There's the straight wheat, but that is the lower proof 92. Then the 95 straight bourbon. And they also have the Oloroso wheat whiskey for 5 years old, double barreled.
$82.99. Is that a good price on that? I think it is.
That is. Typically in Ohio, I think that's over 100. So it's only 100 proof. I thought it was cast strength. Still, that's a really good price.
Noble Oak. I've tried this Noble Oak right here, and that's actually
Double oak rye too. I didn't know they had that.
That's actually pretty good. Have not tried their double oak rye though. I wonder if that's any good. So I
This
don't.
year Ben Holiday.
So I don't see the old Granddad 7-year unless they got it behind the case up front. $20 on Benchmark Foolproof.
That's the last one. That's a good
That's
price.
a good price on that. It looks like they're out of stock on their other benchmarks.
Keep hearing the top floor is the best benchmark. I still have yet to try it.
I've yet to try that one too. I keep passing by just because of the say lower proof point, but definitely might have to give that a shot sometime. And Tanner, pan up here just real quick. Like this is one I keep seeing this hand barrel get picked up and purchased by a lot of people, but I've never tried it. Like, what's up with the hand barrel? If anybody, has tried a hand barrel, is it good? Is it something that we should be picking up? I know there are some different colors. I've seen like a white one. I've seen like another type of camouflage.
There was like a silver one too I've seen.
Yeah, this particular one is their double oak at 105 proof, $79.99. Like, is that a good bottle to pick up? Let us know.
What I don't like is the fact that all the bottles are opaque, so you can't see the color of the juice.
Right. Now, I will say the bottle to the left of it, though, this French Oak Cask Strength Makers, that's solid. That's a solid bottle. I like that. So $74.99 for that here. And then just continuing from where you were at, we just get into some of the Jim Beams and things like that.
Got some barrels, some RD1. Oh, they got the maple RD1 for $70.
So I have,
Verana. This was one of the first Amaranas that I somewhat enjoyed.
yep, I tried that one, and I've tried their, I believe it was their regular bourbon whiskey, but I think it was a pick. I think it was a pick is the one that I tried. And we got just some Jim Beam products. I've recently picked up the single barrel Jim Beam, and honestly, I was quite surprised. Like it's pretty good. I believe that one comes in like 108 proof.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was actually pretty good. They do have one Castle and Key down there. Which Castle and Key is that?
That is the small batch.
Small batch, $54.99, 102 proof.
Nashville Barrel Co. I heard some great things about Nashville Barrel Co. 7-year-old. That one's cast strength. $75. It looks like the last one as well.
We got some Town Branch. St. Cloud, 7-year-old for $200. It does have a pretty cool cork, I will say.
And then right behind you, looks like they got one bottle of this Remus left. It's single barrel, $59.99, 5-year, 113 proof. I'm telling you, this store has got, I'd have to say, the most picks that I've seen next to Uncorked in Covington, Kentucky. Like Uncorked has a lot, but honestly, do you think Uncorked had this many picks?
I wouldn't say.
Papa Joe's definitely has it going on here when it comes to their picks. But so one left of that. Here's more Starlights. This is their rye finish and rum. So probably similar to what they had on the shelf over there. Clearmont Steep, malted barley. This doesn't appear to be a pick, but
That's a Jim Beam product as well.
But they're showcasing out here $59.99. They got some Buffalo Trace $32.99, and then Old Scout picks $54.99. 6-year high rye. And then just to do a quick pan around the rest of the store, you see looks like they got a good selection of some mixers, tequila. They got vodkas over here. They got nice cooler cases. I mean, honestly, Papa Joe's got a very good selection.
A lot better inventory than any liquor store in Ohio.
Yeah, and then they even had some nice bottles up behind the counter. Okay, looks like I got more of the Morning Glory. We got some of the Heaven's Door. We got the Remus 4-pack. Is that what that is up there? I got 4-pack up there. $800. Looks like the Booker's. That is the February 2025 drop or batch. $129.99. They got some blended scotch. Angel's Envy pick. $99.99. Another Angels Envy pick for $155. A couple of the rabbit holes. The clover. Never heard of the clover, but that's a pick, $74.99. Maker's Mark pick. Yellowstone picks. Rebel picks. Chattanooga whiskey pick. And their high malt. And a whiskey war. See the black bag whiskey war. Barrel strength, cask strength, double oaked, aged in French oak. $134.99. And then their whiskey war double double. There you go. Heard good things about that double double. $124.99.
Woodford double double.
And that whiskey war's a pick too. That double double is a pick.
I think that's the same one they have up front too. Some Joseph Magnus cigar blend. Blood Oaths.
You get the Wild
A
Turkey
good
Masters
price for
Keep.
$140. That's their tequila finish.
$500 if you want to pick up the Masters Keep.
Chelsea actually won that bottle for me a while back.
Yellowstone 101.
Old Elk Sour Mash
Takashi.
Reserve.
Old Granddad 16 year. And then another Angel's Envy. That's the cask strength finished in port wine. I would probably have to pass on that, the port wine. But I bet the other two, or I bet the Angel's Envy finished in sherry cask. That pick, that might be good.
There's a Whistle Pig pour snout. And those. Trying to do the same thing as Old Elk. Yeah, pretty nice selection here at Papa Joe's.
I absolutely love this store. Wow. Well, we're definitely gonna pick up a few bottles from here. Actually, hey, I almost missed this. What we got over here? We got some orphan barrels just hiding over here.
Muckety Muck and the Forger's Keep.
30% off on the Muckety Muck. Wow.
26-year Scotch. I'm not sure how well that would be.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But we're definitely gonna be picking up a few bottles from here. And honestly, I think we're gonna go hit some other Papa Joe's here in Richmond, Indiana. I believe there's like 6 of them, right, that are right around here in the same vicinity. We're gonna go around and we're gonna hit them all and record some hunts for y'all and just show you what all the Papa Joe's have and maybe which is the best Papa Joe's to visit if you're ever in Richmond. But I could tell you, for the first one we hit, this is amazing. Very good selection. Very good selection.